What's going on, y'all? So today I want to have a conversation about, or today I want to listen to a conversation about Monique and her ongoing feud with DL Hughley. And I'm pretty sure most of you have heard about it, but basically in a nutshell, this feud, this conflict has been escalating for what feels like a decade now, almost. When Monique went on her original line of rants and everything like that, DL Hughley was one of her targets. And guess what? This is where it's been going. So
I'm gonna bring this up. I wasn't gonna do it, but damn it, this seat.
I say you might want to have another sip over.
This seat make you go. Truth, tell it. No, tell it.
Listen to what she just said, though. She said, this seat just make you tell the truth. That in itself is why Shannon Sharpe is a good host. It's his seat. I told you guys before, he makes people feel comfortable, and that's why he's the Black Joe Rogan, and that's why he will be the equivalent of the Black Joe Rogan. I shouldn't say he's the Black Joe Rogan. I should say he'll be the equivalent of the Black Joe Rogan. That's why, because he makes people feel comfortable, and when people feel comfortable, they talk. And when people talk, they give better interviews. And that's why his numbers are higher than everybody else. Ooh, just gave you the game.
Damn truth. God damn it, tell the truth. Because family is sacred.
It's supposed to be.
And we don't cross the line with family.
Mm-hmm.
And people begin to get comfortable to jump on the Monique bandwagon of Monique doing things wrong, and she doing this and she doing that. And there's a brother named DL Hughley.
Yep.
And until he take accountability, I won't let it go.
What?
Because, what would you get ready to say?
I was going to say, what did DL do?
What did DL
Let me tell you. Baby, that voice went up, didn't it? DL is friend. He like, that's my friend.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
No, I've met DL on several occasions. I don't know DL like that.
Okay.
Do I know DL say like I know an earthquake? No. Do I know?
That's such an old man phrase. Do I know him like I know an earthquake? What? I love old people, man.
Since I've interviewed Cat, had several conversations with him, do I know DL on that level? No.
Right. See, when we say family is sacred,
Right.
Family is sacred. And we know that you don't cross the line when it comes to family.
Correct.
Right? I do DL's radio show.
Yes.
DL Hughley is not there. His team is there. Mm-hmm. And
Shannon Sharpe, let me know what I got to do to get you on the ad libs for a song, man. Let me know what I got to do.
We having a great time. I mean, baby, we having a great time. We going forward, back and forth. When we get to the end of the show, they say, Monique, you want to play a game? Well, I want to play. I said, sure, sugar. Let's play a game. And it's a game called Would You Rather.
No.
Ooh.
Okay? Now,
Monique, you should have said I'm too old for this game.
wait a minute. We're having fun, baby.
Shannon too hip. Uh-oh.
Right? We having a good time, Shannon. Okay. It's the sister there and there's two other guys. We're having a great time. It's a beautiful Black unity cookout.
Okay.
We're having a good time.
Okay.
Would you say your wife was your family? Is that considered family?
Yeah.
So your husband is considered family, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So here we go. They said, Monique, we want to play a game of Would You Rather. Let's go. Would you rather your husband sleep with Lee Daniels with a condom or Corinne Steffens without one?
Really, Monique?
I don't care how many times I hear that question. That question just is wild. That is so disrespectful to ask somebody. I don't care if y'all think y'all having fun or not. That's so disrespectful to ask somebody's spouse like, oh, it's a real deal. Like, y'all don't even know each other. That's crazy. That's insane. I don't care how many times I hear it. That's still gonna be wild. To
Now,
hear
as
every
y'all
time.
are watching right now who haven't heard this story, y'all going, they doing the same thing in the studio. They going, okay. That is exactly what happened. Now, I said to the team, how does that uplift our community? I said, sister, and her name is Jasmine, how could you ask another sister that?
They obviously were not trying to uplift the community at all. That obviously is not what was on their mind. They were trying to be funny. But the fact is, like I said, that's still disrespectful. Like, it's wild and yeah, it's going to be a moment. But at the end of the day, you got to think she's still a person. So like, wow, that's so disrespectful.
Well, we just planned. I said, tell me the joke in that because I don't know what you're insinuating. Then you're involving people that have no.
That reminds me of a scene from Game of Thrones. There's a scene in Game of Thrones where there's these two guys, right? They're supposed to be the smartest guys in the king's court. It's Tyrion Lannister and Varys. Varys, the Lord of Whispers or whatever, the spider. So they sitting over there. They getting ready to. They planning because. You know, the dead king's brother, the dead king's brother is getting ready to come and try to take the throne from the illegitimate son, from the illegitimate son, Joffrey. Pretty sure if you watch Game of Thrones, you know about Joffrey, and you know about Tyrion, and you know about Varys. So Tyrion and Varys, they going through their little plans, and Varys says, you know, they talking, and Tyrion makes a comment about Varys knowing about all the little boys in town. And because Varys is a eunuch. And if you don't know what a eunuch means, that means that he got his thing chopped off. So he's not all man. So he said he knows that the little boys in town. And Varys says, I'm not entirely sure what you're suggesting. And Tyrion's response is, I'm entirely sure you're entirely sure what I'm suggesting. And that's the joke here, because at the end of the day, Monique, I'm pretty sure you understand what they were insinuating. I'm entirely sure you're entirely sure what they're insinuating.
Nothing to do with nothing. Like, what are y'all doing? So I said, I'm going to call my brother.
Supercharge your business with the all-new Shopify point of sale, the all-in-one POS solution.
DL, I'm going to call my brother. I call DL Hughley on the phone. I say, hey, baby. Yeah.
Huh?
That's how he responds. Yeah.
Oh, my God. What kind of rapport are you with somebody where they just answer the phone? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she's just making it up. Maybe he was busy.
Yeah.
Did he know it was you?
Yes. Because
Did he know it was you? I love Shannon, man.
they called him to let him know Monique's going to be calling.
Right.
Like this, it was getting crazy.
Right.
I'm like, just let me get on the phone with my brother. Right.
Yeah.
Hey, DL. Yeah. I said, listen, I just got off the phone with your team and they wanted to play this game, Would You Rather? And it was like stupid. Like asking me about my husband and Lee Daniels and Corinne Steffens, and his exact words, well, that's how we do it. I said, DL, how does that uplift our community? And again, I don't know what y'all.
And this is what I think my problem with a lot of what Monique says is that you got to understand that a lot of people have to understand that everybody is not after your plight. Everybody is not doing what you trying to do, and everybody is not trying to save the community. It's just the truth. Everybody's not trying to save the community, and y'all have to learn to be okay with that. Like, it's just everybody's not trying to save the community. Everybody is not trying to uplift everybody else. These people are just trying to get their check, make money, and get some laughs. That's what they need. It's funny. It's what he's right. In this case, DL is right. He's right. That is what they do. But at the same time, two things can be right at the same time. That was a disrespectful OD ass question. And that's just the truth of the matter. Like, you can say what you want, but that was going a little too far. And I'm not going to blame her for feeling disrespected by that, because it was a disrespectful question. And anybody would feel disrespected by that. That's just the truth of the matter. Anybody would feel disrespected by that. The problem is, like I said, how do you can't assume that everybody's goal is to uplift the community just like you are. Everybody's not an activist and everybody's not a social justice warrior. It's just the truth of the matter.
Trying to insinuate, but brother, what you doing? Like I said, that's just how we do it. So it is what it is. Now, it got so ugly that my attorney had to send a cease and desist. So it never aired. So we have, like, when Cat Williams talk and people, truth tellers talk, we have receipts to everything we're saying. That's how that whole thing got started. Okay? It's family. My husband is my family.
Yeah.
Now, you babies that are really good with this internet, through the years, I've watched DL.
So she's saying basically that this unaired altercation is the start of the tension or the friction between the two of them. And I think that's interesting, you know? And we're not even halfway through this. You know what I'm saying? And so, I don't know. I mean, I've said numerous times that I think that Monique doesn't handle things the right way. But, you know, you can't really control that, can you? But, well, let's go ahead and see what else she got to say.
Speak ill of me. Through the years, I never knew D.L. Hughley had a problem with me. But when Cass said they all a group, he forgot to put D.L. Hughley in the group. Mm-hmm. Through the years, I was bitter. I was dangerous with what I was doing, saying that it was inequality. My husband didn't know what he was doing. This one.
And see, the problem is people really do got to understand that some people, everybody don't play about their family and their spouses and their loved ones and all that kind of stuff. You can't. So if you're doing it, you just got to be ready for whatever come with it, because everybody don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't play like that.
On through the years, I was unloved, all of these things. And I said to myself, I'ma see you. I'ma see you. I didn't go on nobody's show. I didn't say nothing to nobody, but I knew the time would come that I would see him. We were scheduled to do a show in Los Angeles. I was the headliner of that show. His name was on it, then his name came off.
Guys, this is apparently the situation that sparked everybody knowing that there was tension between the two of them. Remember when I said that he was one of the targets when she was going off? Well, this is the situation that she's talking about. So let's listen to it from her.
I didn't question it, but
because just to give you a little bit of backstory, the back and forth was that Monique believes that she was supposed to be a headliner for a show. That means she was supposed to go on last. DL claims that he was supposed to be the headliner for the show and that he was supposed to go on last. They said, and there was a back and forth between posting memos and posters and flyers, and DL posted a memo. Monique posted the flyer, I think, or it could have been back and forth. You know, this was a long time ago, and, you know, I can't really remember, but this is in a nutshell what happened. So
I knew I'ma see him, right?
Eventually.
Okay, now we have a show in Detroit. Contractually, I was the headliner. D.L. Hughley posted a memo. Now, when you signed your deal for the Ravens, did you sign a contract or a memorandum?
I signed a contract.
You see how you say that? Like anybody that...
So, sorry, that was my mistake. Monique presented the contract and DL presented the memo.
Knows good business. You signed... The memo is saying, this is what I would like.
Right.
But the contract is saying, this is what it is. Okay?
Yes.
He put out a memo to our community. And that touched me a little different because I was saying, why would you lie to our babies? Because now they're thinking if they send somebody a memo, that's what they're supposed to get. Okay? I was contractually signed to go as the headliner.
Right. I mean, you go last.
D.L. Hughley didn't come into the building until 9:30. Now, contractually,
And this is why I say that Shannon Sharpe is such a good interviewer, because let's just be real. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. Anybody can come up there and sit up there and read some questions off a note card. Everybody can't make somebody feel comfortable enough to sit there and tell their truth or their side of the story. I don't believe in that their truth type stuff. It's the truth. So telling their side of the story, you know, because it's always two sides and then it's the truth somewhere in the middle. So Shannon Sharpe is good. He's a good conversationalist, and this is what he always says. He says it. He's not a journalist. He's a conversationalist, and that's why he's so talented at what he does, because he's able to sit there and through the way that he communicates, even though some people might say that he's not a lot of substance or is relying on the guest, that's the point. You're watching to see them. You're watching to see the interview. He's providing an experience.
said I have to be on stage by 9:30 because if the show starts at 8, I refuse to keep an audience waiting.
Right.
That is disrespectful to the audience.
Correct.
When I went out on that stage, Shannon, I made sure everything I said, he heard me. Because now you're here and I'm going to say it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I said some things on that stage that I said he was cowardly. And some folks said, how could you say that? How could you do that?
Nah,
and then I
nah. That's what we not gonna do. That's what we not gonna do. Monique, you said so much more than he was cowardly. No. That's what we not gonna do. We're not gonna sit up there and lie. You said so much more than he was cowardly. So much more.
posted some things to say, this is what I meant. See, you came after my husband. And when you had a chance to fix it, when you had a chance to say, Mo, my bad, you know, we don't even get down like that.
Right.
You told me it is what it is. And until he's brave enough and courageous enough to say, this is what really happened, y'all. Y'all have never known me to be no shit starter. Folks ain't never known me to go over and kick a sandwich out of somebody's hand that's hungry. But what people do know is, if you kick me, damn if I ain't gonna kick you back.
Right.
Because that's fair play.
Right.
So there was one left out the pack. And when you have people that continually don't take accountability, that's why you see us in the state of affairs we're in.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer, Mo, that everybody don't play the same. And someone once told me.
And that's what I mean when I say that there are parts of this that I think were really good for her, because it allows people to actually see where she's coming from. And if he had got up there and been challenging everything that she says, and then they get to the point where she's getting defensive or, you know, she's getting amped up or something like that, like, no, they just chilling, having a drink, and he's just listening, you know, and he asks, you know, questions.
What is joking?
But I think that she makes a good point that at the end of the day, if you do rock with somebody and they tell you that they offended by something, you can't get mad or, you know what I mean? He obviously just doesn't care about that relationship. But like I said, everybody isn't interested in making it right. Some people just are like they are. And I think, like Shannon Sharpe was about to say, everybody don't play by the same rules. So usually what you'll find is the people with the most sense of honor, they usually get done the most wrong. And they usually end up very jaded, because I can speak from personal experience. It's something that's really hard to overcome. Because when you play by a certain sense of honor and other people don't abide by that sense of honor, it makes you feel, it's frustrating. And I get that. But do I still think Monique went about it the right way? Not necessarily. But I definitely see where she was coming from. And I understand now why she went so hard at him the way she did. But she said a whole lot more than just calling him a coward. She said a lot. She said a lot. But at the end of the day, if she like based off the contract, posting a memo in the contract or not the
You
same
was dealt
thing.
to someone else.
What is joke? That's why we don't play with people's families.
No.
When we had the Monique show, the radio show, listen, you can't come on here and speak ill of no one because we don't play like that because we know how this business works.
Right.
So when you allow that to happen, what do you think is going to come back your way? What do you think? And D.L. Hughley, please, no, brother, we still love you. Just take accountability for it. And we move forward.
I think that what she's saying is valid, but again, I'm a person where I believe in integrity first, right? I believe like I align with people based off of their character. So that's a big thing for me. How you move, how you interact with people, and integrity is a big deal. My thing is if she understands that that's how he's moving because he told you it is what it is. And the thing that people sometimes have to learn is that everybody's not worth the response and the stress and all that kind of stuff. Like you wasting time trying to get him to be accountable for it. You know what I mean? That's something he got to come to terms with on his own. And until he does that, I mean, you know, just treat him like what it is, nothing. That's how I move when I realize somebody got bad character. I treat them like they nothing. Nothing. Invisible. That's just me though. I think we pretty much got the point though, so I'm gonna just go ahead and let it end there. And I appreciate you for watching. Like and subscribe to the video. And I'm JayyRedd Unfiltered signing out.